And once again, David was triumphant. The Philistines crushed, the enemy in full retreat. Now was the time for the long march homeward and the welcome. Michal would be waiting, nut brown hair and eyes like firelight. And Jonathan, comrade and closest companion of David. And Saul, too. Saul, king of Israel, would be waiting for David. But the storm sings high, and there is thunder in the air.
David. They shout his praises as if there never had been another one who returned to Gibeah victorious.
It's only the excitement of the moment, sire.
Do you know what they see in him, Ahithophel? They see me. In David, they see me as I once was. The blood of the Philistines, dried and crusted on my spear. My soldiers, loaded down with booty. The youth, the strength, the vigor that time stole from Saul, they now see in David. They look on him, so young, so virile, so easy to love. I know, for of all men, I was the first to love David and to raise him up, even as my own son, father.
The army has entered the city gate. David will soon be before the palace.
I will not look on David.
But, Father, he comes in triumph. He has routed your enemy.
David is my only enemy. And as he is mine, so he is yours. As this throne is mine and will one day be yours. Would you have it so?
David's only wish is to serve you, Father, and perhaps someday to serve me. Why have you turned against him?
What I know.
David honors and loves you. Come with me to welcome him.
I will not.
Miriam? Yes? Has the bath water been prepared? It is heating now. Good. See that these are laid out for him. Well, where is he, Michal? What can be keeping him? He has brought victory to the people, Miriam. He must share it with them. If David were my husband, I would share him with no one. Not for one single instant. As long as I know he is alive and well, let the others have their moments with him. I shall have the hours and the days. Go, Miriam. See that everything is prepared. He will be here soon.
War is in the past. I shall sing softly. And with my song, I will lead you again from dreams to reality.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
What is this madness?
I will not rest until you are dead.
Why? What have I done?
God,
wall.
Is there an attack? I heard the alarm sound from the palace.
The fugitive is at large.
Spy, an assassin?
A prince. Saul has turned against me.
You, David? Why?
I would explain if I knew what to explain, but there is no time. Abishai must decide quickly. Where do you stand?
As I always stand, with you.
I must get to Michal.
You take my cloak and I'll take yours.
Did you find him? Do you bring me David?
Not yet, sire, but the guard...
Who is in command?
Job.
Why is Jonathan not in command? He is my son. He is captain of the king's guard. Send him to me at once.
Jonathan will not raise his hand against David, sire. They're too deeply attached.
I will cut them apart.
With what, sire? A command?
With the truth.
David!
I have not come calling in this manner since our courtship.
David, what happened? Tell me.
Am I your lover?
You are my husband.
Windows are for lovers only.
Don't joke with me, David. I heard the alarm sounding. Was it for you? Has the king sent his soldiers after you?
He tried to kill me. He could have killed me. No one is sure whether Lance done Saul, yet it missed. A hidden hand seemed to turn it aside.
David, listen to me. I implore you. Leave Gibeah.
Michal, Saul is in a seizure. In his nightmare, he cries out orders. By morning, it will pass.
No. Only your death will satisfy Saul. Please, David, before the God comes.
Abishai leads them a merry chase. By dawn, he shall have them panting by the shores of the Jordan. We have time, Michal. A few hours. Perhaps in those few hours, reason will return to Saul.
Father, you have dreamt this fantasy about David. He is your loyal servant. He loves you.
Loves me. It is this throne he loves. My throne and yours one day when I am gone. That is what he wants, and he will have it if he lives.
Father, you're wrong.
Jonathan, your father speaks the truth.
He has blinded you with love, as he blinded me for some time. For I did love David. I took him as a poor shepherd boy and made him my armor bearer. I put him at my right side, even as you, my own son. I gave him my love, my trust.
He earned it. Proved himself worthy 1,000 times.
Blind, blind, blind. Open your eyes, Jonathan. His honeyed words, his loyalty, his devotion, they are part of a mask that hides his true face. The face of one who would stop at nothing to get what he wants.
It is false. Every word of it is false.
Is it, Jonathan?
There is a poison here.
Jonathan?
Have you brought the guards?
No, I'm alone. David, my father has told me a tale I find hard to believe.
What has he said?
He said that as long as you are alive, I shall never sit upon the throne of Israel.
That is not true.
Let David answer, if he will.
If it were true, what would you do, Jonathan?
What else could I do but seek you out in your furthest hiding place and kill you?
Listen to me, Jonathan. And if after I finish, you still feel as you do now, let your dagger make the final speech. It was long ago. I was tending sheep when a summons came calling me home. I walked into my father's house, and there I saw a stranger, a man with the look of all the ages. He embraced me and took from his belt a horn of sweet-smelling oil and touched a drop to my forehead. Then he said, no, rather he seemed to sing. And these were his words. I have found David, my servant, and with my holy oil have I anointed him. Jonathan, I swear this. The voice, though it came from the lips of the gray-faced stranger, the words seemed to come from a distance, far off as an echo. Later, I was told the name of that stranger. Samuel, he that anointed Saul and made him king. This is the truth. Samuel anointed Saul, so did he anoint me. I have not sought this. It is not my design. I'm led by a force that is beyond my power to refuse.
The day Goliath fell. Do you remember it, David?
Yes, Jonathan.
Who will forget it? The great warriors, the great generals of Israel standing mute. And a shepherd boy plucks victory from the stones of a creek. How can that be explained? Then the boy rises to become a prince, to lead our hosts, to win triumph over triumph. And I, the king's son, watch, glorying in his victories, exalting in his rise, basking in his friendship. I am a man, human as the rest. And yet never once have I felt a pang of jealousy, never a wavering. How can that be explained? Except as the will of God. Yes, David. It must be as you say. It is meant to be that way.
Jonathan.
Listen, David. You have had your triumphs. Now you give me mine. Many have been compelled to sacrifice to the God of Israel, but only I am privileged to make the greatest sacrifice of all. The kingdom itself. You must get out of Saul's reach.
He will not go, I have begged.
Day will break soon. There have been times when the coming of dawn has refreshed Saul.
No, Saul will not forget. Instead, his fury will reach new peaks. You must leave Gibeah.
We must be sure. Do as I ask. Return to Saul. Try once more to make him see reason. Bring me the final word.
You cannot stay here. The guards will be here any moment.
Michal is right. David, you know that field where we used to go to practice archery?
Of course.
Hide yourself there. After I see Saul, I will go there and shoot 3 arrows. If all is well and you may return, when my page boy goes to fetch them, I shall call after him. The arrows are on this side of you.
The arrows are on this side.
If you must not return, I shall call after him. The arrows are beyond.
The arrows are beyond. It shall be so. But one thing disturbs me, Jonathan. You are Saul's son. He needs you now more than ever. You must do nothing that would turn his hatred for me against you.
It shall be as you wish, David.
David, take me with you.
No, Michal. As Jonathan is Saul's son, you are his daughter. In his age and sickness, he needs the comfort of you both.
I'm so afraid.
Why? What can be fearsome in the will of God? What can be wrong in his direction? This is the way it is written.
I see so much loneliness ahead.
When I return, we will charge against every lonely moment a year of ecstasy.
How long will it be?
No longer than this. No longer than a kiss. king's order to arrest David.
David sleeps. Would you disturb a prince of Israel?
My orders are...
Tell the king David is not well. The daughter of Saul commands you.
I will seek new orders from the king.
What is it, Michal?
My love is a psalm, and I cannot sing.
The arrows are beyond. The arrows are beyond.
David the Anointed. David, a prince in Israel. David of the golden hair and the golden psalms finds sanctuary in the wilderness. Time will pass and blood will flow. But all this is tomorrow. On this day, David flees to exile, to escape Saul's madness, and to fulfill the commandment of God.